everybody. Welcome to the All American Otaku Show. Today's episode is my review of the anime movie Scarlet, a excellent movie that has a lot of action, a lot of heart, and a lot of thoughts to it. Directed by a guy called Mamoru Hoshida, who also directed such classics as The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Boy and the Beast, and Summer Wars, as well as he has been nominated for several Academy Awards for The Girl Who Left Through Time, Best Picture, Academy Awards USA. And he also was nominated for International Animated Festival Awards for The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, The Boy and the Beast, Summer Wars, and various, as to name a few. He's a great director that has a lot of thought into his movies, and you see it in spades in this major movie of Scarlet. Scarlet is an adaptation of the Shakespeare play Hamlet. Instead of being a male lead, it is a female lead who's a princess instead of a prince. Like in Hamlet, there is a lot of death and a lot of regret, and the idea of it shows the folly of revenge. But unlike Hamlet, it actually has more of a happy ending. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but there was more of a happy ending than there. It starts off as a little girl and loves his father and stuff. Her father. Her father teaches her how to be more of a good person rather than being just a straight up ruler. Shows the idea of forgiveness and the idea that he says to her that her drawing is perfect and shows a happy time. All to the point when she gets a little older, her father is betrayed by her uncle, who is jealous of his power and wants to rule the world with like an iron fist. Just like the book Hamlet, that goes into the idea of she thinks her father wants or what she wants, the idea of revenge on her uncle. But unlike the original Hamlet, she goes into the land of the dead, and so to speak, and threatening to be faded into nothingness. This is where she meets a character from modern time, a medical personnel, EMT, who ends up being stabbed and sent into this area of the dead, which all time periods and all things all siphon into each other, all trying to find the forever land, the land where it's supposed to be beauty and beaches and everything else all there. But they miss the point of the undead is life and death are two sides of the same coin. What's aspect of one life and which one's aspect of death doesn't necessarily change. This leads to a various in conclusion where Scarlet goes against her uncle at the very end, who her uncle is non-repentant of what he did. He wishes he could have done more and wishes he could conquer more and show how much of an iron fist he would truly have through the nation. He even spits in her face at one point. I don't need your pity. I don't need this. This anime goes into various other details of loss and forgiveness, death and life, revenge, as well as trying to forgive and live your own life. And mostly that goes into you got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive yourself for the ones who died. You forgive yourself for having these certain things happen that are under your control. I have experienced this where I feel guilty for some of the things I did in the military. If I was going to give this also goes into the detail of how the anime truly breaks it down to you, the idea of forgiveness in life and the idea that her forgiveness kind of helps her at the very end of the battle when she confronts her uncle. Goes to people she thought killed her father to the idea that they really had nothing to do, and his last words was forgive. They looked at her and says, "Oh, I didn't kill your uncle. I couldn't kill your uncle because I heard what his last words are." The aspects of forgiveness, life and death, and revenge, and how vengeance follows us all, or the idea of running a country for the people rather than for oneself is also a keynote in this anime. This anime is very well detailed and very well structured in that the animation there is top quality. Now here's the review of it. This anime is top quality, great characters, great story, great concept, a little bit of isekai elements with the human in there, but it's gone into a side of the story where it's not a major aspect, but it's only a side note because death comes in there. They had ideas with death and loss, revenge and forgiveness, all come in aspects of this. If I was going to give this anime anything, it would be a 5 stars out of 5. Clearly a sheer masterpiece. Thank you.
Welcome to the show where anime dreams come alive. Let's go! All American Otaku vibe, diving deep into the anime tide. From the screen to the page, we're turning every stage. All American Otaku where worlds collide. From the 90s till now, the passion's been real. Anime and manga, it's how we feel. Conventions and scenes, cooking up dreams. Japanese culture bursting at the seams. From the 90s till now, the passion's been real. Anime and manga, it's how we feel. Conventions and scenes, cooking up dreams. Japanese culture bursting at the seams. All American Otaku feel the vibe, diving deep into the anime tide. From the screen to the page, we're turning every stage. All American Otaku where worlds collide. I'm there and Mr. Pat by my side, exploring every genre, let's take that ride. From action to drama, it's all here. Community strong, let's make it clear. Otaku dreams, we're chasing the light.